Hello Marvel Heroes fans and friends of my channel. My name is Wilfred Wong and thank you for tuning in. Today I have a bunch of friends playing with me. Some of them are old friends of mine, some of them are new friends through Steam. And for those of you who connect to me via Steam, I sort of like sometimes if I need to get more like form a group to do something, I'll just like randomly ping you. I hope you don't mind. My apologies if the group is full and so like I don't get you in time to join my group, but that's we can play again another time. I get to know your idea as well. That's really cool. So today's Q&A is going to talk about quite a lot of things. I've got quite a lot of things I'd like to talk about. Really, let me do an ultimate here. What is it? Ultimate? What? Okay, so I don't know what the ultimate does. So I'm playing Black Cat right now, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Black Cat as well. But I think before I do that, there are a couple of things I'd like to cover today. And for those of you who tune in for one of my videos recently, I did talk about, I'm sort of done with the game kind of thing. I know some of you caught it. I caught a slip of my tongue. So I don't know what I've said, just, I think at that moment, I just said it out loud. But I think what I really wanted to say, where's the boss? I can't even see it. What I really wanted to say is that, I think at this very stage of the game, there are many new things. So, whatever you guys are feeling the pain of this game, I'm feeling it too. And I'm just as human. So, in a way, there aren't a lot of things for me to play right now. I mean, like I said, there's only that many times you can do this Midtown Madness. But I don't know, haven't done this for a while. It gets quite hectic and exciting as well. It's always good to play with friends, by the way. So I said that I'm done with the game, and in a way I'm done with the current state of the game. I did leave the game once though, a long time ago. When it first launched, I pulled in a lot of my friends to play with me, and after that, I sort of like left the game for a while. Then I came back during the Emma Frost patch. So that's why Emma Frost. Always something special in my mind, about Emma Frost, because she brought me back to this game. Now, Emma Frost review is coming up, so it'll be quite a poetic kind of like a plot to have me brought back in the game of the Emma Frost kind of patch. I don't know, but I think at some stage, when you have got all the heroes, when you have sort of like level up a lot of like stuff, get all the recipe. There aren't many things to go for, and I'm not going to repeat some of this like kind of complaint I have with the game. And but I mean, it just kind of like get me a little bit down as well, because the whole 2016 rebranding is not really as I would expect, and some of the key persons like Mr. Breivik was leaving, and also I think at the time I was playing some other heroes like like Daredevil, Storm, and Colossus and so on. I mean they're alright, but they're not that exciting. And I really waited for Magic for a long time. I know you guys, some of you may have known, I got a little bit like disappointed with the whole Magic kind of turnout. The whole thing about quality over quantity thing just came a little bit too late, and sort of like So at some point I was like, well, if there aren't anything to come back to the game, I probably wouldn't want to come back to the game. I probably want to take a break in some sense. So that was the reason why I just blop it out, like like I'm done with the game in some sense. And let me sort out my inventory. It's crazy, man. I mean, this game, I only get to play this game half of the time, if you notice, and not half the time I'm sort of like doing like right now. I saw that I have like what I do is that I always exchange all this like nonsense, and I see that okay, I have 4 of this, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got a special place to put those any hero you need, and I got like a relics. So it's crazy. I mean, that's why I don't really like this game right now. Is that I spend so much time just trying to I got another 4 of them. All right, so I spend so much time just trying to play this mini game. I don't really get to kill anything at all. The inventory is really getting out of control. I'm not done yet, by the way, and just bear with me, and I'll show you. I think I have a video to show you guys how I deal with all this inventory nightmare. Oh, I got 4 of this again. How lucky me, huh? All right, so whenever I fall, I eliminate them and free up space. I'm not hoarding anything. I don't even care about that, even if it's a BIS. I don't care. I just can't bother read anything in this game anymore. It's just too to like all the guns I put it here, or shape look like a gun, I put it here. So so that's how I deal with all this inventory nightmare. For those of you, some of you who like to know how I play this game, it's just crazy. And the great thing about having friends here is that I know some of you is going in, I just teleport. Someone's there like doing something, and while I'm sort of like what? All right, so Black Cat. And I'll talk about Black Cat in just a bit. So I just thought like confess a little bit on the whole, like why I say I'm done with the game kind of thing. Don't get too alert. I'm known to be quite dramatic. For those of you who may be able to relate, I'm actually born in Hong Kong, and Hong Kong people has a sort of like a very dramatic kind of lifestyle, probably like American, I don't know. So yeah, I mean I tend to over dramatize a little bit of things, although I was really kind of bored with the game at some point. And I mean the High Town is coming. I hope it is good. At least something to go on. But I hope it's something that rewarding though. I mean we have this Industrial City Patrol. I mean, how often do you go there? How often do I go there? I don't really go there, unless I really bother to do like share quest. But I don't really go there, right? And if you notice, right, how much time I spend killing the boss, maybe 5 seconds. How much time I spend picking up stuff, I don't know, for eternity, right? Yeah. So anyhow, let me just sort out all these things. I say I like to play this game in real life. I too suffer too, like you all. I need to clear some space. All right. Midtime madness on Monday is really madness. I'm trying to so close to rank 5. Okay. So that is the whole thing about about where game are, and sort of like I was in a way I wanted to take a break as well because driving truck is really rewarding. I don't believe I said that. Anyhow, driving truck can be rewarding. No, I mean I think one of you has sort of like told me that Black Cat is fun. I was like, okay, fine. I mean, if she's really fun, if someone said she's fun, then I may as well give it a go, right? Because I kind of like disappointed with all the new heroes this day. I feel that all these new heroes this day are just not ready, or some builds are kind of like one build is there, but the rest of the build not there. Now, fortunately, and I don't know how Black Cat is like for other builds, fortunately, I found a build that I kind of like. So it's wow, Black Cat versus Black Cat. Guess who's going to win? Yeah, so can you imagine if this Black Cat has 9 life, right? How annoying that would be, right? Life is unfair, really. Do you think this Black Cat sort of like, if they got buff the boss at 9 life like I do, would it be taking forever to down Black Cat? I don't know. Alright, anyhow, I've got like a Deadpool here playing with me. Something that is, yeah. So, I'm here, not to worry. I'm still playing this game, really. Just waiting for the new thing to happen. So what is the new thing that's going to happen? But before I go there, just talk a little bit about the Black Cat. I mean, I come to a stage whereby I need something kind of like different to excite me. Now, Black Cat is not really that different in the sense. She plays very much like quite a number of heroes I have. But why do I like Black Cat? I don't really even like the costume. But why do I like Black Cat is really about her build design, the simplicity of it, whereby sometimes you don't need to overcomplicate things to make things work, I think. So long as it's playable, like this Black Cat here, I'm very happy to say that I fit everything into one hotbar. I don't need to jump anything. I even afford to have one of those swing line into the hotbar. I mean, how cool is that? And in a way, she would have suffered a little bit on the lack of area power, like the X23. All right. But she has enough damage over time that I could spam a little bit here and there, and she has a signature whereby it's pretty decent as well. So in short, she may be a little bit like some of the melee hero out there, but that address some of the weaknesses I found in other melee hero like Wolverine or X23, and Black Cat seems to just work well in terms of the whole toolkit wise. And I mean that is why I enjoy Black Cat, and that's what I'm looking for when I play a hero. Everything fit nicely. It reminds me of good old Iron Man melee as well. I mean, I don't need to hotbar anything. I can even have the flying power onto my hotbar. So, you know, this sort of thing, yeah, I mean, you know, so long as it gel well, I'm fine with it. Now, I wouldn't say Black Cat is perfect in a sense because, you know, to be honest, a lot of time I'm hitting air, and I get frustrated hitting air because like one of her power called the faux fillet. You know, sometimes if the mob move away, I'll be hitting air, and her signature sometimes is very weird. I mean, you know, like I wish I could cancel it. Or I wish I could move it like the new you know, Green Goblin, while I can move it while I'm using a signature. Now it's sort of like you just root me into one place while all the mobs are gone already anyway. Just move over, do something else. You know, don't need to you know, keep doing the signature. So I mean, she does have her kind of like weaknesses. Well, in a sense, a bit some extra thing that could have made her really fun. Like the one that I said, you know, if the signature, she can move around, and you know, if I'm hitting air a little bit lesser, I mean, those sort of things I would probably kind of like appreciate a great deal. But I mean, you know, I'm hoping that they will continue to sort of like you know, improve upon Black Cat, and I'm hoping, really praying that somehow she will have a better costume sometime in the future, designed by someone else, maybe just have a different take to it. Nothing against the current artist, really, but sometimes, I mean, you know, that's the only thing that I really like, you know. But I haven't really tried it. I've tried the trap kind of like build. I really don't like it, sort of thing. But I'm so glad that there's a build that I like, which is the movement, the melee build. So I mean, all in all, what on earth is this one? Fog of what? Well, red smoke. Well, anyhow. So yeah, I mean that I do enjoy Black Cat, and that is a good news. And I got to like really level her up pretty fast with all the buff and so on. So that helped a great deal now. So what am I going to do right now? My inventory is totally full, and I don't even know what is to throw away. Maybe some of these things, I don't know. And this game is crazy. Like my friend said, just too small, the inventory. Just like all these things, there's too many of this. I'm still looting, man. You know, I'm not even like finished looting all these things going on. I've got another. Wow, man. How about this one? Throw away. How about this one? Maybe keep. And the what else can I pick? This guy here. So now I need to go back to the thing. So yeah. So I think in short, I mean, look at the way she moves. It's so nice. Look at that. Check this out. Nice voice acting as well. Now all these builds I have, they are just not go through my usual standard of verifying whether it works or not. So just don't copy it yet. But also, Black Cat can steal things while she's like like the rogue in World of Warcraft. If you know those like you can be a rogue and then kind of steal something in World of Warcraft, and she can steal stuff like this. And I've got like 70,000 credit already so far from stealing. Amazing! It can kind of like finance my blessing transfer as I sort of like play Black Cat. And I think maybe another topic like to what's Cat Stretch Fever? I don't need this one. I don't need this one. Okay, maybe I dump this one here. I don't know, maybe I dump it here first. But I think that begs the next question. It's a very valid question. I think many of us kind of do. I think some of us probably said that power creep is a bad thing. I think in sometimes in the past, I may have say something like that as well, where power creep is something that is terrible for the game because it make a lot of heroes less spectacular. But in a way, I think if everything is kind of like consistently, I've got enough force. Well, look, you see, that's why this mini game. That's how you play this mini game. So consistently, I've been like I need the kind of excitement to see that I'm going to the next level with my set of heroes. So if all the heroes are roughly always the same in terms of the damage output, I think I'm guilty of that as well. I find a little bit like I think one of the reasons why I'm playing again is because Black Cat is seems pretty strong. I mean, she's not as fragile as say oh wow, someone is hitting the the boss already. She's not as fragile as say something like X23. Like if you look at X23, right? 1 year ago, year ago. Well, I think I missed the whole thing. Have I not? I think 1 year-ish ago, I've got like I think X23 was all right. But you look at where X23 right now is after 1 year. It's like, where is she? I mean, she's no different from Black Cat, I would say. I mean, of course, from a power perspective, it's different, but it's still like a melee, like a dodge, deflect heroes. But why Black Cat is so much more fantastic? All these are power creep, and because a hero is fantastic, I feel compelled to, oh yeah, I want to play that again, rather than say, oh, should I play I don't know. I mean, has Iron Fist being buffed up yet? I don't know, right? So stuff like this are always a question on my mind. So yeah, power creep, is it a good thing, a bad thing? I mean, what do you guys think? Do you kind of like secretly, I mean, although you openly condemn power creep, but do you secretly like it? Come on, be honest, yeah, be frank. Do you secretly like power creep? So yeah, I mean, yeah, I do. So and let me just put more stuff into. I've got a very fantastic way to sort of sort out all my inventory. I know exactly where I put certain things. I hope. Where do I put the guns? The guns I put it with the war machine. All right, so I put it here. So I got 2 here already. See? So how I do this is that the gun would go with the war machine. Anything, the boots go with the X23. Yeah, don't ask me how I associate that. And then I will offer in all the sword because, kind of thing. I should. And Venom has all the circle look like stuff. And after that, I have Human Torch that keep any body parts inside. So all these are like my way, the Lace way register, trademark of playing this mini game of matching all this inventory stuff. Just too much to handle sometimes, and all these things, loot cage, and I'll take a look at this one, crap stuff, just give it to loot cage. So I don't know, man, I have to review my video, how much time I'm really playing this game versus how much time I'm sorting out my inventory. Fun time. And okay, I've got all this danger room stuff that I should just toss it off, right? Why am I even picking those up? Those pick up, so just vaporize. I don't want to see that anymore. So yeah, I went to a test center and I posted the Green Goblin video, and I think I think some of you sort of like a little bit I mean I value all feedback. By the way, I always listen to you all on what you like to see, what you feel that is working, what you feel that is not. So I value this sort of feedback, and I think one feedback is like, wow, why ask me to spend half an hour watching you talking about Green Goblin? Why don't you tell me upfront whether I should buy or not? It's a very valid question as well, I feel, because I think sometimes we need some kind of guidance on whether I should do or something or not. But this is not as simple as that, right, guys? I mean, I think on one hand, if I find that something is really not worthy, I'll be upfront with you. But if I find something that my job here is not to say anything about how I feel, because how I feel doesn't matter. It is how you feel, and I don't know how you're going to feel. But what I can do is I can give you some observation for you to decide how you feel about is Green Goblin someone that you like to unlock or not. Because I personally feel that Green Goblin is pretty awesome. But then, as you can see, some actually don't really like it, thinking that Green Goblin is just too boring or so. I mean, all valid as well. Totally not going to make it I'm not going to invalidate the whole thing, because it is really you that matter. My feeling, it doesn't matter. I mean, I would either eventually unlock it through Splinter or not. But that is the whole thing about this whole game, because everybody look at this game in a different way. Now, why do I sometimes build so many guys on the build itself? Because although sometimes I don't really like playing range for some hero, but I still do the range kind of like a video, because again, whether I like range or melee, it does not matter. At the end of the day, it's what you like. If you like range, then you want to play range, and I'm here to help you to play range. So same as for the pre-order, don't bother kind of thing, because why am I doing this, right? I'm hitting air again right in front of you, and I can't pick up ops, so I'm doing that. Why is not? Anyhow, so yeah. that's all I want to say about. But I mean, I think moving forward, I will try to be a bit upfront on whether I like certain hero or not from the test center. But like I said, test center is always subjected to change. You never know. That things will become better. But why do I like Green Goblin? Maybe that is probably something that I can address here. I wouldn't address in that video because on that video you are not hearing what I like. Why do I like Green Goblin? I think at that video it's like you really want to see what would you like or not. But me right now it's just like pre-op. I mean those are Q&A. It's free flow for me to talk about anything under the sun. So the reason why I like Green Goblin is that he has a potential to gear as area hybrid. Area hybrid is extremely rare in this game. I can only find Jean Grey and Doctor Doom as the area hybrid. So if I could in some way build Green Goblin as the area hybrid, I would very much like to do that. I see that as a challenge. I see that as something different. And also, I always have this like a little bias towards hybrid heroes and summoner as well. If you notice, because I find that that's it's kind of rare. You don't really see a lot of this like a hybrid hero or summoner heroes lying around. So that is something I treasure, something I value, and also Green Goblin has a mix of damage over time and the cooldown. Now, why do I say that? I don't like heroes that are fully cooldown because it's just everything. I can't do anything once everything is on cooldown. What can I do? I also don't like heroes that are mostly on damage over time because I can't count 8 seconds, right? Some of them is 4 seconds, 8 seconds, 8.5 seconds, and like Psylocke. Am I going to count? I can't play this game using a metronome, like for real, right? I mean, although in the guide I talk about metronome to help you get the rhythm, right? But I can't. It is just impossible to play this game with the damage over time. I wish there was like counter in World of Warcraft. When you like for instance, this one has a 8-second count, like twice per second. In World of Warcraft, this guy will have a trigger a cooldown for you to say 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, so that to help you reapply. This game doesn't. You have to use another cooldown like this one to sort of time this one so that you know when to apply cooldown. So in a sense, I kind of happy that things are being meshed between the cooldown and the damage over time. So yeah, so that is the reason why I like the Green Goblin in a sense, and I think traditionally kind of like villain is always getting a little bit like pretty powerful usually in this game. So I'm kind of looking for power. I'm hunger for power. I'm a sucker for power. Anyway, and I know there are a lot of talking about the Omega system. I don't know. I mean, there's only a few outcomes. All right. There's only a few outcomes, right? So it's either of the outcome will probably just a different way for us to adapt to it, right? So the outcome number one is that everything being raised. I mean, we have asked for the Omega cap. I don't, but some of you or some players, a lot of you have asked to raise the cap because we want to do something different, all right? And you want to do something and continue playing the game with experience. I don't, because I know that somehow it's all just a rat race. You try to attain that certain kind of level, but then at the end of the day, everything is being scaled up. There'll be a more difficult content anyhow. So but because some of you asked for it, so one of the outcome is that it could mean that you have to work harder to get back to where you were before. So that is one outcome, right? And well, I mean, you can't blame Gazillion. You guys asked for continue to level up, right? So another outcome is that Gazillion will yield and change the design and say, okay, fine, because everybody complained that there's not enough plus strength or plus energy, and we will just do that for you guys, and become so the gap between the new player and the or the low Omega point to the high Omega point is going to be very high. And I mean, there's something to deal with, and anyway, they do away with the curve, so at the end, everybody is going to get somewhere mid-tier and above. So what it really means is that just on average, everyone become more powerful anyway because of the Omega point baseline is being raised, and everyone feel more powerful. But it doesn't change anything. I mean, it's just that become everybody. I mean, because of the curve thing, it's just like that. Or it could mean that, okay, fine, they stick with the gun and the in a virtual sense, and they say that, okay, I'm going to you will not be as powerful as before, even if you do all these things. Now, but that, I mean, to me, that may not. I know it's very controversial, these thoughts, but to me, it may not be a terrible thing, because I interact with a lot of new players. My wife also, not really have a lot of Omega point to shout about. So, should the gap be so huge between the high Omega point and no Omega point, or should other gear play a part to close the gap? I do not know. I mean, either way, there are a lot of new players and so on who may find it a little bit hard to catch up, because, for instance, Cosmic Gate. When we talk about Cosmic Gate being simple, but we are talking about with maximum kind of or near max Omega point, or playing a very recent hero like this one here. And I don't even need to have all hero. You need to go in there and sort of get the whole thing sorted. But there are other players out there who are very new to the game that may not have that many Omega points. So it may not be bad that the gap is not going to be as huge. So that is just my humble take. So whichever the 3 scenario out there, there's only 3 scenarios anyway. I believe that we will all adapt to it. We just eat whatever Gazillion serve to us, and sometimes we ask for it. All right, and the last one. I think this kind of guide, this video is getting a little bit long. The last one is about the next guide, because I have not been doing a lot of a Marvel heroing these days. Truck driving can be a full-time job, man. Anyhow, and and I have already prepared guides for you over the weekend. It is going to be X23. 2 of the video. So one of them is the movement build, another one is a beat build. I have been updated because I know one of you, or some of you has commented that it hasn't got the so-called a recent lace treatment to it. So I say, why not just make everything the same standard? So I redo that one for you guys, and I'm glad that I did in a way. Although I don't think I changed anything in terms of build, but anyhow, it's going to be Danger Room with X23. Very exciting because, man, I mean, you really have no idea how far behind some of the hero until you have to play it. It's after the Deadpool era, and I play the same hero, it's wow, this is not hero kind of material, is it? Anyhow, so I've got X23 for you. I also have the Deadpool Pineapple Surprise for you all as well. So that one is all sorted. So it's just a matter of getting a time code right and let me review the content. Usually what happens is that I'll review what I've created, and then if I make any mistake, I'll just annotate on the video as well. Oh, it has blessed me! They must have known that I've been doing a lot of video and finally want to capture it on screen. Even Gazillion want to be in my video. Isn't it wonderful? My problem is I can't loot them all because there's too many things. How in the world can you loot all these things on screen? Really? I have no idea what I'm going to do. So I think I'm going to stop right here because this is a full-time job. Forget about trucking. Collecting all this stuff will take a while. So I'm going to just do that. And of course, I will do a Black Cat video, at least the Melee build. And after that, who knows if the Emperor's review is any good, I'll definitely would like to do something on that. I really don't know how am I going to pick all these things. I'm actually sad that I can't I have to make 2 trips or 3 trips to sort of get all these things. I hope by the time I'm done, this thing don't disappear on me. I'll be very, very sad. I've got it in video, Gazillion, so give it back all my stuff if that disappears. Anyhow, I'll see you next time. And again, thanks to all my friends here. And if I miss you out in the Steam kind of thing, because I spam a few of you in Steam and whoever got back to me first, I invite kind of thing. And I will do that again. So I'll play with you guys again. May not be in a video, but I'll play with you guys, And oh yeah, I have something in mind though. I may need your help, but that is a story for another day. Goodbye.